Welcome back to another video. So in today's video we will introduce Spring Data REST. Now in previous video we have understand what Spring Data API is and it helps us to remove the boilerplate code. Same goes for Spring Data REST. Spring Data REST also help us to reduce boilerplate code of our controller. So now what we need to do first step is that we need to add the dependency which is required for us to enable our Spring Data REST. So we will just Spring Data REST. Okay, this will download this dependency. So when this dependency is already loaded, it will be reading our whatever entity is covered inside our Spring customer detail login. So now the second step will be after writing the prompt, it is already enabled. The REST controllers are already there. Okay, now there is a way for us to call our API. So we will open our Postman and what we are going to do is we are just going to copy our API and then it will be entity name. So now we will start our application. Once our application is started, okay, application is started. Now we will just fire it. See what is happening. Okay, it is not working. Why it is not working? Because there is another logic in here. The logic is that the first letter will be lowercase and there will be s at the ending. It is plural basically, adding s to multiple. Now when you fire it, this is applicable for means all the entity you are creating basically. First letter is small and the last we need to add an s. Now you can see, right, whatever we are getting from our login controller, we are getting the same information. Yeah, we are getting extra parameters, but that's okay. But we are getting whatever information we needed for our customer detail login. So that's the power of Spring Data REST. Without even writing controller logic, we don't have this controller in our controller layer. We haven't implemented any new controller. Whatever we have implemented is all from our previous session. We haven't implemented any controller for this particular thing. It's coming by default, by automatically. So now, but this name is quite weird, right? We don't want this name. We want our name. So basically, for that, Spring also provided certain things which we need to open up a repo and then we need to define our property, which is repository REST resource, and then we need to define the variable which will be customers. So what I can do is I will define, because we already have a customer, okay, customers. For safer side, we will just test it out whether how it's going to work. Let us read on our application. Perfect, application is started. And now we will come here and we will just take this name and fire the API again. Let's see whether it will work or not. Okay, it is working. You see, it is working. Now we will correct our thing because spelling it wrong. We will make it customer. Then we will rerun our application again. Enable auto reboot, but that's okay. Now we will fire this. It will not work. You see, it's not found. It will not work. Now we can fire it. So perfect, right? So now what else we need to do? We also need to define our base path, because if you see, right, here we are defining a proper thing, right? API version 1, customer login. Here we are defining nothing. So here also what we can do is we need to open our resources and then we need to open our application properties and then we will define Spring Data REST props. So the property is Spring data rest base path API /v2 elephant data is v2 because it's quite different. Then we will just reboot it. Perfect, application got started. We will Okay, it is not working again. Again we need to define API slash perfect. So now when we just save it, this will be a quick one because there is nothing much in here. Now perfect, it is working fine. Now you can also open this one. Okay, so this will also work because means get find by ID. Okay, we are passing the ID here, and this is find all, then this is find by ID. Later rest others I want you to explore it, and I want you to understand all these things. It's quite simple one, and it's easier for you to learn that way. So now when we fire it, now we have a proper endpoint API v2 customer which is coming from Spring Data REST. I think we should correct it, right? Yeah, API v2 is correct, yeah, because API is coming in here. Yeah, okay. So that's all for Spring Data REST. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.